Now I gotta find my glasses. Oh, wait a minute. It says we're there. We're here. We're here. I hope. Are we here?
I don't know. I'm waiting on my YouTube to catch up.
I'll find out in a heartbeat.
Boom, 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 boom.
Well, I didn't get a notification that you're here.
Roger, Roger.
Roger, Roger.
Well,
You're
no,
there.
you'd have to restart your YouTube, and then it would bring it up probably.
I refreshed
I
mine.
did restart mine.
Oh, of course it wants me to log in again.
I'm the first like.
No, you weren't.
Okay.
I just lagged him, I guess.
The first thing I do when I get into the stream is like Di's video. Yeah.
Whether he likes it or not.
Same here.
Okay, let's see if my chat will work. Hello? Work? It's not working. Well, fuck chat then. We'll just go off of YouTube. I give up.
I give up. I don't want to do this anymore.
Oh, I have to. It never fails. I can't do anything about them digging holes out there. So,
Oh, Di's got to wait for the holes to be open first.
yeah, that's true. Let's see if I stuck that in there like that. So oh, that's perfect, just like that.
Hello, Harry, and welcome to the stream.
Harry Finnegan, as I live and breathe. The man who knows no ends.
But plenty of middles.
Yes. All right, so there's our little parking lot thingy. We got a couple of those thingies. I need some more thingies. At least one more thingy. So I need one more guardrail here.
Well,
That's gonna
we are doing okay.
maybe one long one there then. So we'll do that one.
I'm doing well, Harry. Thank you for asking.
And I'm a schmuck, so I'm doing just peachy. Schmucks have to stick together. Well, that looks like shit. Perfect for Bethesda World. There we go. It'll do. Alright, so we don't want people falling in the ditch. So, okay, so we got a little rampy thingy going here. Yeah.
Welcome back, Ranger. Keep an eye on that Ranger fellow.
Yep.
He came in here and stole your internet trying to get his speed up back home.
Yep. It doesn't work that way. I keep telling him that, but he doesn't listen. So, alright, so now we need some vehicles. Oh, I need another...
there's one right there. Oh, you want a military truck.
Yes.
Well, actually, I want a pickup truck is what I want. So we actually need another... Actually, I think we need a couple of railings right here.
Well, yay. Hello, King. Yes, we're kind of back.
Welcome back, King.
Welcome back. Mr. Cutter! Oh, sorry. I get excited.
I know how you feel.
Welcome back.
I tend to get excited too, especially when I get to hang out with all of you guys. So.
Well, we love having you here. It's I love having co-hosts. It's like my favorite thing, besides streaming itself. But having co-hosts on the stream, to me, make it just that much more fun. And it allows for more interaction with chat and all that good stuff. And so I'm all for it.
The only downside to this is my eyes get very squared because I'm looking at too many screens at once.
Okay.
Oh, I can understand that. I myself watch the stream on my TV and I watch the chat on my computer, and then at the beginning of the stream, I share it via my phone.
Well, so now you know how I feel, guys, because that's kind of what I got going here. I got 2 computers running and TV and cell phones.
I have no problem. I have 3 monitors that I always run. I've got CKs going on a couple monitors. I got videos going on the other. I'm used to it.
Of course, he's such a pain in the ass anyway, but oh well.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say a thing about that.
Okay, who's got the cars? Is it CVC or is it?
Well, Homemaker have some, CVC has some too, and of course the Army Navy mod has some. But the ones in Homemaker are nicer.
Okay, under decorations, maybe vehicles. This is it. So. This allowed me to get rid of, this is one of the things that I was looking for because USO, it doesn't work well, so I don't like it myself. Let's see. So what color? I think we want to go, they use blue for the Minutemen, so I think blue is the way to go. I don't know. How come they have trucks with no tires? Uh-oh, we got a problem here. None of these trucks have tires. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Don't you have tires and decoration? Just flip those things around, throw them on there, and give your own tires.
I want it easy. I don't want it hard. So.
We're going on easy mode here.
Yeah. And then, see, this one doesn't have wheels either, but I need this chassis, so I'm going to have to stick wheels on it because I got a design I want to work on. So, because it does have a steering wheel. So.
There's another one with 3 monitors. Yikes.
Yep.
Well, one day, hopefully, I will have 3 monitors on my desk too. That's what I'm aiming for.
So.
Well, when you work in the illustration kit, you kind of need to have multiple monitors because the way they have
I know.
They got these little boxes, and you're like trying to read them with a microscope, and you're like, what the heck? So it's just easier to pull
Oh,
them
God,
up
is it ever a pain in the ass? What may happen? Did the door fall off? No. Okay, why is it sitting so weird? Oh, it's got flat tires. Well, we don't want that one. Shit. How about this one? Does this have flats? No. I just wanted it to look like a delivery van here, maybe, or a pickup. The only pickup they have with wheels are the new ones, and I didn't want this one.
Well, that's nice that you found it that good well.
What I wanted was this blue truck. This blue pickup. I don't understand this.
But
see?
not shiny and new.
Yeah, so, I mean, this one would, okay, what's the difference? I mean, it's like 3 trucks of the same fucking thing. What the hell?
Don't ask me.
Well, one of them has the tailgate open, one is up.
Okay, let's go to the Army Navy mod or whatever it is. Navy? No. Army mod, right?
Yes. Right now I'm using my computer screen and my phone, and I got my tablet as well. So that's 3 screens as well, isn't it?
Oh, when I'm doing anything else in my room here, in my family room, and no one else is in here, the TV doubles as my second monitor. Because my desk is right next to the TV.
Mine is on the opposite side from my TV, so...
But I discovered that watching the chat on my computer and letting the Roku run the YouTube channel separately, if my computer starts buffering, I can verify that it's still broadcasting with the TV. So, like, if I get the buffering ring and I'm like, oh, it's buffering, when I'm using it as a second monitor, it's generally also buffering on that, but the Roku will show me whether or not it's really buffering. I guess it uses a different amount of bandwidth for its YouTube app than.
Could be. Because it doesn't matter if I'm on my phone or using my PC. It will throw the same thing.
Well, it depends on where the buffering's sourcing. If it's sourcing on my internet end, the only one that'll be different is my phone, because I turn the Wi-Fi off on my phone and let my phone service
Via
provide
internet.
bandwidth. Yeah. But if I'm using the Roku for some reason, I can have the same video up on both, and it'll buffer on the computer. It'll be running fine on the TV, and when the computer's finished buffering, I just increase the speed to catch back up.
Well, I must be missing something. I don't see a vehicle in here. APCs, maybe under, I don't know. Miscellaneous, maybe.
Hello, Goblin Tacos.
Oh,
Yeah, welcome back to the farmhouse.
Taco, how are you?
That name, though, you know, really makes me want to have tacos.
Yep, we need a couple of guard posts. I think we should stick a guard post around somewhere. Where are we on the build line? Pretty close. Well, that sucks.
The drawback of choosing to build right up near the build line.
I hadn't planned it that way. It just worked out that way. So, I think right there's a good place for a guard post. Anyway, I'm not finding vehicles in the Army mod. Maybe it is in the Navy mod. I don't know why there'd be vehicles, but...
Yeah, I don't actually pay for too fast of a service here at Casa de Rob. But luckily, when AT&T brought internet service into my neighborhood, they offered all of us this awesome deal on their fiber optic cable service, and that they were going to double my speed and charge me the same amount. I said, well, can you keep my speed the same and charge me half? And they said, no. I said, okay, well, I'm going to stick with my cable company. And sure enough, almost all my neighbors switched over, and my speed doubled because I'm no longer sharing my internet
with everybody else. Yeah,
42 other
exactly.
houses.
Yep, that's the way it usually works. That's the problem I have here. If there's too many people get on the web, and of course they don't pay attention to if it's working right or not. They just get on it and then they bitch about it and they go, "Well, did you run speed test? No. Okay. Well, that might have something to do with why your shit's not working." Yeah. So.
But not everybody knows or think about using the speed test.
I know.
You don't even want to know how many times I had to explain that to my parents when they're having problems.
Most people want to click their internet icon and do what they want to do with it. They don't want to think about how fast is the net today.
That's true.
A perfectly camouflaged tank.
Oh yeah, nobody can see that.
Nope.
Try and find a tank.
Alright. So...
I thought that was just a bush.
Yeah, it's just a big bush over there. We need those marquee arrows, you know, that flash.
Tank.
Alright. So I'm still trying to find a vehicle that's got wheels. Well, that has wheels. I don't remember there being actually any cars or trucks or anything in this. Just so.
I don't remember.
So I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
Since I normally don't use vehicles very often.
All right.
And the only reason why I remembered why Homemaker had cars because I went looking for my favorite tiny car to put on the roof.
Yeah, let's try CVC and see what they have. Faction figures. Oh. Faction figures large. Okay. Ooh.
See?
Yeah, but they're figures. They don't do anything, do they? I mean, they're static.
They're static, but if you're just making a nice showcase piece, all you need is static.
That's true.
You don't need settlers to move around.
Posters. Let's see what we've got in the way of posters. Oh, here's some good graffiti for the side of a building. Let's see if this works. Well, I got windows. That's a problem. Okay.
Okay, thanks for clearing that up, Ranger, because I was just going to ask you if it's tri-state Arizona is where California, Nevada, and Arizona meet, or where Utah, Nevada, and Arizona meet.
See, now, for me, that might as well just be Greek.
It is Greek. So, yeah, see, I can't have surface snap on, I think, because they're snapping to the inside, not on the outside.
What'd I miss?
We were looking for cars, and I don't remember you having cars in your...
No, not yet.
Well, you also missed the part where Di said if in the next 5 seconds Russ answers us, she'll give you $1 million.
Yeah, you were about 15 seconds late.
That'll never happen. Di never said that. Di doesn't give anything but a hard time.
Hey, and I'm damn good at it, too. So, you know.
Ouch.
Okay, are any posters...
All right, maybe she said $1 million doll hairs.
Actually, I
No,
believe it was a little further down on the anatomy, so... Okay, nude posters, pictures. I want vehicles. Painted.
I had to pull the Dutch ovens off the fire.
Oh!
Had a big pot of beans and some cornbread going.
Oh.
Look at you up in the Midwest acting like you're Southern.
Yeah, he likes to pretend.
Well, I'm not Southern either, but I like a nice cornbread too.
Yeah, buddy. Especially when it's buttermilk.
I've never used buttermilk to make cornbread.
I just use what I got at hand.
Rob, when you're cooking in the cast irons, the buttermilk helps soften up the cornbread from hardening as much as it normally does.
Yeah, I guess it would. Makes sense.
It's on the fire for a while. It's got to bake all the way through, and if you don't, what ends up happening is the outside burns and the inside's not cooked.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
Yeah, cornbread with uncooked dough in the middle is not pleasant.
No. That to me sounds like my cousin trying to make cornbread.
And see, the beans have to be done twice because the first time they're done that way, and then you gotta let them cool, and then you strain them in a way. Because the way you're straining them is you're pulling the bones from the whole, like half a ham that you put in there, and I'm pulling the bone out, and then
He's pulling the bone out. Oh, sorry.
That's what she said.
and then you The second time you bake, that you cook the beans, they'll thicken up a lot better for you, so they're not like really runny.
Yeah.
Oh, now we find some
Gosh.
wall decals. Okay.
I love you guys, but now I gotta buy myself a nice
Take a shower?
big piece of ham.
Oh.
No.
Yeah. Now she needs to get herself a nice big piece of ham so she can make herself some real good baked beans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's got to be a shank-in piece of ham. It can't be just a.
Well, in my book, there's nothing else. You know.
Well, I believe the bone marrow and stuff helps add to all the good flavoring of it.
It does.
No, it definitely does.
Orange mist, huh? I don't want orange mist.
That is blue sparkles, though.
Smoke.
Jules! Hey, welcome back.
Welcome back, Jules.
I thought she was going to go watch a movie. What happened there?
I don't know.
Statues.
Maybe she will tell us.
household.
I was born in New York, Ranger, and
Yeah,
nobody would
I was
pick
born
me
in
as a
Buffalo.
New Yorker.
I was born in Buffalo.
I was born in Mineola.
Well, I'm just a Dane, so I don't know anything.
I don't know about all you and where you're from, you aliens, but I was born from my mother.
You say that. We do not have proof of that.
She would beg to differ that because I was a hellion in my younger years.
She just said that to make you feel better. Yes, I'm that big of an asshole. Just to let you know.
We good.
Okay, I'm not finding anything that I want. Oh, well, I got office papers. We're going to throw those down on the floor inside here.
Throw the papers on the floor.
Yep.
Well, he is, but he doesn't want everybody to know that.
Jules, we had a stream crash, so this is the restream. So
It's
it gives you the
Act 2.
opportunity to like it again.
Yes. Vault boxes. Papers. Oh, we got more papers. That's great. Where the hell are the vehicles?
I've never lived in Mississippi. Drove through a few times, never lived there.
Been thrown out of Mississippi.
Well, I know people who live in Mississippi, but never been there. And besides that, all I know about Mississippi is Mississippi mud pie.
Nothing wrong with that.
All I
Maybe under
know
miscellaneous?
about Mississippi for certain, other than having driven through it several times, but is I was instructed to be very careful if an army assignment ever came down that said that I was going anywhere near Biloxi.
Okay.
I
Don't
was
go
to
there.
find my assignment, and I was to find my assignment NCO and strangle him until he reassigned me to another location.
You don't get court-martial for that?
Not if they send you out to Biloxi, Mississippi.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're going, there's an exception for Biloxi.
Explain for the
It's the only,
foreigner.
it's the only place in the U.S. Army that is worse than Fort Polk, Louisiana.
And I'm
Basically-
guessing that place is terrible.
It's a real big shithole.
Gotcha.
In the Army we called Fort Polk the asshole of the country.
So I finally found the Far Harbor stuff, and guess what they don't have? The visitor
The
center.
visitor sign.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Sorry, Di.
Yeah, I'm sorry too.
I knew I had seen one for Far Harbor, but
Me too, but I can't remember from which mod though.
well, it's also in. We're gonna check MSL, but let me get over to. Has a Far Harbor, but I think it's just the fish stuff. So G2M. Fahaba. I don't know if they have power decorations. I think it's just this fish stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's for the fish.
And then we'll check fish farm. Let's try miscellaneous. I think it's, yeah, he doesn't have it either. Damn! This is really starting to irritate me, folks. Did I say really?
Yep.
Okay.
No.
Not nearly enough, though.
4 more times.
Yeah, no joke. God dang.
I can help you out, guy. It really sucks.
Okay.
What the hell is it?
Plus, I can't find a pickup truck with wheels, so we're just gonna put this guy in there.
Really want to put it.
There we go. Now we got a truck. Because I can't get the right truck. But that doesn't look too bad.
No, it doesn't. No, she hasn't decorated inside yet.
Now, we were still debating as to what we wanted to do inside. So I kind of...
Lol,
Yeah.
Ranger. Me or die?
Yes.
That wasn't an answer.
It could have been. So we were looking at doing maybe a medical area at one end, and then, you know, maybe something else. I can't believe I can't find cars with frickin' tires on them. Wall, floor. I don't think there's anything here I want. No.
You mean at Mods Taco? Yeah. I got a whole video on your load order thingy.
No, how to stream from the
From the Xbox?
Xbox.
No.
There
that,
is supposed to be a way to do it.
Yeah, but the easiest way is to get the Elgato and stream that way, but yeah.
You
Yeah,
can
the
only...
easiest way would.
I know you can't stream for long. So...
Nope.
Hey, not my nephew.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mr. Jackson, how are you? You left me a cryptic message and you never responded back, so I was kind of concerned there, sir. Well, it's not going to be there. I know it's
Did
not
he
that
leave
one.
you a message in Morse code?
He did.
I see. Yeah, that's gonna be cryptic.
Nope, not there.
Well, I am careful, Julie. I'm trying to sit still in my chair, but it's not working that well.
Your best bet with Xbox is an Elgato and OBS. You use the Elgato to bring the output from your Xbox to your PC, and then your PC uses the OBS.
Yes, but he
for-
doesn't want to spend money on a bunch of money on buying an Elgato where you can do short streams directly from Xbox. I
You
just
can.
Yes, I don't know how it's done because I don't own an Xbox. I'm sorry. If I did, I would tell you. I swear to you.
And that cryptic message Mark sent was he wanted to test his voice chat with you.
Ah, okay.
Cause
I
he
see.
got a stream coming up.
Oh.
Yeah, Sarah uses OBS, but his is connected to his PC, so otherwise he wouldn't be able to. And Gaming for XP uses an Elgato,
I use an Elgato.
and so do I.
For the money, it's the best bang for the buck to do what we do. And whether you use OBS or
The Elgato software.
right, either one of them work well. And
Goblin Tacos, which kind of Xbox you have? I'm assuming it's an Xbox One, but I don't want to
I assume too
make
much.
assumptions because I know the 360 is going to be very different from the One.
well, that snaps on there like shoot. Okay.
Okay, so Ranger got a new cable for his mic using an ice mic, okay? Yeah, but if you want to stream from your console to your PC, you gotta have an Elgato. Hate to say it, but
All right,
It's-
Goblin, that link that I just put up is a video on how to use the Xbox One streaming feature.
Yeah, very good. I wanted the decals, but I can't find them. Oh, it's not
well,
working.
that doesn't look too shabby though.
Yeah, but it's not really what I was looking for. So looking for a sign that says visitor center. Shit.
Oh, you better send out some links when you're doing that. You're talking about the Hodge twins, right?
Oh, I love those two guys. They cracked me up.
Oh, they're hilarious. I love the way they pick at each other. It reminds me of me and my brothers growing.
I don't want pre-war grass. I want post-war. Little green doesn't hurt, but
I've got a Rumble account, Mark.
yeah, so do I. Oh, that worked out real good.
Okay,
All right,
Taco.
Goblin. I hope that video at least gets you started, and you have a good night. You're leaving work, so drive home or walk home safely. Yeah, Mark, what do you think I am? Some kind of leftist monkey only uses YouTube?
I have a Parlor account too.
And the only reason why I have any idea what any of those things are is because of YouTube.
Yeah, I'm just not finding what I'm looking for. Man, this just pissed me off.
I'm sorry, Di.
Oh, well, it's not your fault. It's just, it's just one of those things.
No, but I know how frustrating it is when you're trying to find something and it's not there.
Yeah.
For
I
me,
know
the worst
that all
part
too
isn't.
well.
For me, the worst part isn't not finding the things that I'm looking for. It's getting distracted by other things when I'm not finding.
What you're
What
looking
you're
for.
looking for.
Yeah, I hear you.
That's why I give myself time and allowing myself to, be distracted and go like, ooh, squirrel. Okay.
Yep.
Whee!
For me, it's rabbits. So,
Shiny things.
shiny.
Shiny.
I have to
That
have,
works too.
I have to have shiny things. So,
It can get very distracting when I'm live streaming to see something in the menu that I hadn't noticed before.
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah.
I know that all too well. And though it's been a while since I've been streaming, but still, I know people had to put up with me. So, yeah.
Well, it's 4 o'clock, folks,
It is.
and I have failed at my task to finish this building, which is...
Technically, you have not, because the building is complete.
Oh, that's true. The building is complete.
And if you take a look around, look at all of that stuff you added.
You've also added a parking lot, a hillside. You did not fail at your task.
Well, it's looking better. That's for sure. I gotta get some more weeds in here and crap, so...
If anything, I would say
Easy!
easy.
Ew!
Hey, take it easy. Uneasy.
Easy, you're very late, dude.
Well, you know what I think I'm going to do? Is I am going to take a break and then come back. And why can't I not get the mushrooms out of the sky?
The mushrooms in the
It's
sky.
mushrooms in the sky. It sounds like a song I heard once.
That sounds like a song from the
Actually-
60s.
Yeah. For some reason, I can't seem to pick up the fungi. Well, that's weird.
So, are you saying we're getting bonus stream time tonight, Di?
Yes. If everybody's up for it.
Hey, I'm still up for it.
Okay, well, let me take a break. This might be a little bit longer, but I have to go. Oh, should I
Go
move-
pee.
I gotta do that too, but I need to munch on something. So, and then we'll move on.
Go find something to nosh on.
All right, that's looking really good though. So,
I need to find some food to eat too.
and we just do a quick save.
Yeah, instead of talking about the mushrooms, we should have just said, "What mushrooms, Di?"
Yeah, what mushrooms? Of course they're there. I can't move them. I don't even know where they're from. I probably moved a rock, and they were attached to a rock, and I can't move them.
Probably.
So they're going to be there forever. So what I'll do is I'll build a wall there, and then they'll just be on
Yeah.
the wall. So there you go.
A shroomy wall.
A shroomy wall.
It's something for them to grow on.
Yeah.
That's the solution.
Yeah.
to
Well,
everything.
those are those new special Washington mushrooms. They're called air mushrooms. So get you high as a kite. So
They were developed by Apple, right?
yes, there you go. All right, what am I doing? I got to hit buttons here, folks. Hold on, I got a button. Let's see. There's that button and then that button.
Your commercial.
Yes, there it is. Yeah, you can financially support this channel if you so choose to at paypal.me/AnnaWim7737. Okay, I'm glad you got the warning.
How is everybody? And no, I'm not waving at the screen for once.
For once.
Exactly for once. Normally I would be. And you know why? Because I get so excited and happy to see people. So I can't help it.
Oh yeah, and I'll sit here and somebody will say something in the stream, and I'll nod, as if you can hear my brain rattling around inside my skull.
Oh, thank you, Clinton. You're waving at the screen too. Good. Then it's not just me.
I think it's the fact that we socialize to the point where we feel we know each other fairly well, which means we feel like we're hanging out with each other when we're streaming.
Well, we are. I know all of you guys. What can I say?
It's a good crowd to know. Very friendly people. Very friendly.
Yes, they are. Plus, this community holds such a special place in my heart. They really do. When I was going through a double depression period, they were the only thing that actually kept me somewhat stabilized. So, yeah.
I have played on and off different types of games online since the early 90s. I have never come across a community that was more welcoming and less toxic than this one. I mean,
I'll take that as a good thing.
it is. It is. It is very strange to enter a group of people playing an online game and not have at least somebody sniping at somebody else, at the newcomers.
Well, I know you have been working very, very hard, Clinton. I know. But it's nice to see you and having you here, all of you. Well, Jules, don't
And
be sorry about that. I'm just grateful that I found you guys, you know?
it's good to find people who have the same interest and are genuinely nice people.
Yeah, because then she can say to her family, "Look, see, they're crazier than I am."
Mm-hmm.
Would never ever do that. I would say, see? These are my friends. Yay! I'm not as introverted as you guys think.
Yeah, I'll tell you a great example of how toxic some communities have gotten online.
Oh, is
World
this
of
gonna make me
Tanks.
sad?
Oh no, it shouldn't anyway. World of Tanks, which is a fighting game, so you expect the teams to be anxious to go at each other. But it's a random team, which, if anybody's tuned into my Friday night stream, I've played World of Tanks a few times.
Well, my ex used to play that a lot.
When the game first started, you could talk either just to your team or to your team and the other team at the same time. Because of people's toxicity, they had to remove the ability for players to talk to the other team.
Because of name calling, I'm guessing.
Well, it wasn't just name calling. Welcome back, Di.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
It was
Thank you.
like, say I accidentally cut you off while you're moving up a road and I'm not paying attention, and I cross your path and you run into me and you get delayed. And when you get delayed, somebody hits you and destroys your tank. You decide I'm the reason that you got destroyed, so you start telling the other team exactly where I am.
Well,
That's the kind of behavior that was going on.
Hmm.
And of course, you also had incredibly rude talk being thrown around which it still happens, but at least it's only on your own team. And generally speaking, most players now will report somebody for that sort of. I haven't played Rust, Mark, but
Well, I haven't played Rust either.
personally, I stopped playing World of Tanks for quite a while because of how toxic the players could, and I only recently got back into it. And ironically, now it's almost 2 years since I got back into it, so I guess recent is a relative thing. I'm an old fart, so 2 years is recent. But ironically, after coming back and playing for 6 months, I was actually awarded by Wargaming as the player most likely to or most desired to be on a team with.
Oh, that's kind of cool, though.
So, and that was shocking because I'm not a great player, but I'm a courteous player. And I go out of my way to try and be... What the hell was that snapping to?
I
I have no idea.
The wall underneath, maybe? I don't know. It was one of those mystery things, you know?
I was trying to figure out what on earth it was snapping to as well, but
Yeah, I was very shocked to be informed that I had been selected by the most players as the individual they wanted to play with.
Wow. It's quite a claim to fame there, sir.
exactly, Ranger.
I agree, but I don't think it's just age that's an issue with games like that anymore. Because, I mean, let's face it, there's all ages in Fallout, but when I come in to any Fallout stream, everybody is relatively courteous to each other. You know, you might see something that looks rude or mean, and then you realize that it's somebody who's friends with the person they're talking to busting chops.
Exactly.
That's why that's doing that. Okay.
Exactly, Ranger. Losing gracefully is
Yikes.
is a skill,
It is.
and being able to lose gracefully is very important to knowing how to win.
Yeah. I never understood those people who got so mad if they lost, they would start throwing their controllers and literally having a tantrum and a meltdown all at once.
Okay, that's going to be medical. We need a counter of some sort for the welcoming committee. So...
Yeah. Oh, you can use those nice wooden counters.
Oh
You
yeah,
have
the
those?
one with the sort of round end.
Yeah.
where's that at?
Furniture, tables, counters, or furniture. It's near the tables.
I can just use
I don't
this
think
one.
it's in. Or you could use that one. Oh, the one that was pre-decorated looks nice too.
Oh, that is pretty gosh dang cool.
That's a bar.
I like that. Yeah, but I still like that one.
Yep. So,
Ah, that's a bar.
yep.
Oh,
You gotta have a lot of room
Hey.
for it, though, I'll tell
Hey.
you.
Yeah.
I would definitely go to a welcoming center if they had a bar set up for me. No problem.
I would willingly go there if they had a nice
would-
cold soda for me.
I would feel real welcome then.
Yep, there you go. So medical here. We could put another row of offices over here maybe, and or 2 offices for the commanders. I don't know. What do you think? No thoughts. Okay.
Well, I'm thinking. Because I'm getting a
Okay.
tiny bit sleepy.
Yeah. I'm familiar with all the Fallout games. I was familiar with the lore behind them, but I had not played them until Fallout 4. So
So you
I
said offices, right?
I was thinking offices. We don't have to do offices. It just was a food for thought.
Well, offices would make sense in a welcoming center.
well, you know, I've served in a lot of different places in the army, and one of the things that's kind of universal is if you need an office and all you've got is a big open space, you just put desks in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's that Windows.
Well, it's the same thing in any office building, really. If they got a big space, they would fill it with desks.
Yeah, I mean, you just pile them up too. Put the lesser ranked people tend to have desks that are bunched together, and then further back in a corner you'll have the NCOIC or the officer in charge.
I figure since we got the glass, we might as well use it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I could. There's other.
Mark.
There's other plugs to put in there too, but I like the glass, so kind of what I've been going with.
Well, why not?
Yeah,
And it would make sense that they would use glass as well.
Mark, earlier today I was doing some World of Warships, which doesn't have the toxicity problem World of Tanks had. And somebody hit me with torps that I didn't even think was feasible that he had launched them and put them where they were headed, and killed me. And right after the torps hit me, a text message came up from him saying goodbye. And I was like, well, you don't have to be rude about it, but nice torps. And he was like, oh, sorry, didn't mean to be rude. English is language. That was an interaction that would have turned into a fight in the old World of Tanks.
I have no doubt
Cross-chat.
about that. Ooh.
So you think just desks, huh? Or maybe one office in the back? Or you don't. I don't know.
Yeah, you could set up like in the corner. You'd have somebody in charge, and he'd have his desk.
Corner
and
office.
And if they had a big open space, and they wanted to have a semi-private office, they'd put the file cabinets around the outside instead of against the exterior wall. They'd basically make walls out of the file cabinets.
Right.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So why is there sunlight coming through the roof like that?
Because that's how lighting works in this game. So, there you have it.
It's even coming through places where not where the pieces meet, but in gaps where
Right.
the pieces are solid. So it's
Yeah,
not like
I noticed that.
It's very strange.
It is.
Yeah, that looks kind of funky though.
It does.
And I think my brain is getting
what?
very tired since it even doesn't bug me. You were saying, Russ? Sorry.
You're missing some banners and posters. You need to put up a bunch of those everywhere saying, hey, give us some money for buying our crappy gifts. Don't forget the gift center.
Oh yeah, visitor center souvenir section.
Yep.
Yeah, Ranger, I
Oh
picked
yeah.
up Fallout 3 and New Vegas after I played Fallout 4, and I do play a little bit of it. Um, I really kind of like the interface on Fallout 4, so it's a little bit tedious playing New Vegas or 3 after playing Fallout 4 because of the things that are different, especially aiming. But yeah, I really liked the story behind the games, and
But the story behind those are interesting. They really are. I haven't played the games, but I do have them. I own them,
I enjoyed playing 3
so
and
to
New
speak.
Vegas. And then Tale of Two Wastelands also.
I wish I had picked up Fallout 3 and New Vegas when they were new, because I think I would have enjoyed discovering the story as a player more than learning the story separately.
Well, what was nice is that you could play Fallout 3, and then after you played New Vegas, after you've played all that, they came out with a mod, Tale of Two Wastelands, that merged both those games into one.
Mm.
What are those?
So you could
Foundations.
pretty
Oh.
much,
Railroad
you-
track foundations. Ah.
so you could start up.
Oh, that. Yeah,
and
no, that's just a piece of track. Don't know where you would use that, but there it is. Maybe inside a building, I don't know.
Maybe.
It's... wow. Why would you have a piece of track elevated like that?
Yeah, good question. Don't know the answer.
It's the piece that goes in the warehouse for the ghoul dude. We talked about this. Remember that interior cell? Because we used it in the train thing that I built, that prefab.
Yep.
It's the only piece in the game, and it's different size than the other railroad track, and they made it specifically for that building, and that's it.
Okay, so they made that track for one building.
Yep.
Oh, I need this. I mean, if you gotta see the doctor, I guess you have to have a place to sit.
Makes sense.
Hey, Di,
Yeah.
don't forget you got the galley picnic tables also on the Navy mod.
Okay.
So you got another choice of picnic tables besides what the Bethesda normally gave you.
Gotcha.
And it's actually workable. It's an actual piece of furniture.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true, Ranger. They did do that. So many boxes for stim packs.
Yeah, it seems a little absurd. Seems to me, but that's my opinion.
Ranger, that's all changed with the Tale of Two Wastelands because you can pretty much start in Fallout 3, play right on through New Vegas, and keep on playing. There is no end. But the only downside to that is is the only way you can play Tale of Two Wastelands is by using MO2 because it was specifically designed to run with that mod organizer.
Mm.
That's the only downfall. But again, when it was created, there was no Vortex.
True.
Well, no,
True.
Vortex is the new version of Nexus Modman.
Right. So MO2 was the latest, greatest thing at the time when they did the mod, so it's understandable.
It's gonna be a nice visiting center, even though you didn't find a sign.
Okay, filing cabinets as a wall,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna stick a guy back there with a desk, I guess, right?
Yeah, hide him
Yeah.
behind the filing cabinets.
Actually, the filing cabinets are facing the wrong way, right? They would go this way.
Well, some of them would face
Him.
him because it'd be his filing cabinets, and some would face out because his clerks would be outside his office,
Okay.
and they would need access to files as well.
That's a lot of filing cabinets.
Yep.
You know, are you running a military or are you running a pen pal service?
Pen
That's
pal.
why you gotta fill out. That's why you gotta fill out forms in triplicate.
Yep, you gotta put him someplace. Oop, one too many, I think.
Well, I would just use one corner of that backspace for your commander, not the entire rear end of the.
No, that's this corner right here. This is it, right there. Just trying to get these things semi-lined up so they don't look too stupid. But I don't want them perfect either.
Yeah, Clinton, I picked up Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 off of GOG Games for like all of them for like a couple bucks put together.
GOG's been awesome at older games pricing lately.
Yep,
Well,
plus
it
they've
just-
been running
it
a
was
lot of
during-
promos too, so...
It was during Christmas special. It was coming up Christmas time, and everybody was putting their stuff on for sale. And GOG was just like, "Guess what? I'm outdo all of y'all."
Yeah, and I think they did a pretty
Yeah.
damn good job too.
Yeah, Steam was like, "Oh, you can get Fallout 3 for $20," and Good Old Games was like, "We'll give it to you for $6."
Yep.
Yeah, because I got all the Fallouts, 1 through New Vegas, and then I got the Metros and like 6 other games, including some old D&D ones, all for like $10 or somewhere around there.
Wow.
Well, because
In
some
my
of them,
Good Old Games,
some of them had packages that they bundled them together, so you got to watch out for that too.
this past year I picked up Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas for $6 a piece. As a matter of fact, I think I told Di about the deal when Good Old Games was when they offered it. Before that, I had picked up all of the Elder Scrolls titles.
Oh, who's getting the nice desk? I see.
That's the commander guy. Gets the
And-
nice desk.
When I first signed up with Good Old Games, they gave me Diablo 2 for free.
Yep, it's too white for that. Okay.
And because I recently purchased Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3, they gave me The Witcher for free.
What?
Yeah. So, they are really a friendly service.
Like I said, sometimes they package up those games together. They're like, "Here, we're going to do a deal for you. You know, you already like this game. Here's number 1 or number 2 and 3 from it, and we're gonna bundle it up and make it super cheap for you. I mean, you can't pass it up. It's like,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, with the thing with The Witcher, they actually emailed me and told me that because I had recently purchased Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, that they were offering me The Witcher for free. All I had to do was log in and claim it. So I did.
well, if he didn't, Clinton, then he needs to be taken out back and beaten.
I think it's a fine solution. Okay, so we got two
Uh,
guys sitting here. Commander's going to sit back
It's
there.
Fallout 3 GOTY, but
Yep.
it's Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition.
Thinking about this for the doctor's counter. Maybe the red one. That looks better. It's going to be too big.
Naturally.
Yeah, but those are pretty gosh dang cool counters, though.
Yeah, I think it's going to be too big. Yep, too big. Shit. Okay, that's not going to work.
No. And let me guess, they
not
didn't
in
make
that
them.
space.
Nope.
They didn't make them in sections where you could get half of it.
Right.
Well, that would have been nice if they did.
Well, are you gonna put an actual medic station in here?
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
the clinic thing.
Yeah. Why not?
Use the clinic counter then.
I didn't see a
Unless
clinic.
you were planning on using a map.
I didn't. A clinic? Oh, yeah. I was going to use a mat.
Okay.
You mean the counter that looks sort of like that, and call it a
The white counter that says clinic on it, or first aid on it.
You're talking about in a regular game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And if you're
go ahead.
putting one in here anyway, and you're having a hard time finding one that fits, you're probably going down to one that
It's around
is
that size,
available.
anyways.
Exactly.
I see what you're saying. But I have a mod that gives you alternative counters.
I know.
That I'm trying to think
I know,
of.
Clinton. That is kind of cool.
Well, luckily we didn't have to live through the 20th month and 20th day of 2020.
Oh, don't even.
I kept sending my buddies all the memes of 12:59.
You're not gonna
December
find anything
31st.
for Clinic on the goodies.
No, I just can't remember the name of the mod. Let's try, what about Snappy Build or Homemakers? Any thoughts?
Well, they don't have alternate.
Yeah, I know I had a mod that did. I just don't remember what it
But
was.
CVC do have some alternate trading thingies for every.
So, Di,
Single.
Is it
I was,
considered a store, or is it... Yeah, okay, trade here.
It's a store.
Medical clinic. Oh, they got a chair. Okay.
Well, they got chair, they got mats.
Hold on, I gotta go step outside here so I can see what the hell I'm doing. That's not gonna work. That's a mat. Sitting cross-legs. Oh.
Well, they got the standing kind as well.
so have you seen the latest news that's been going on with the Sim Settlements 2?
No.
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 Well, for all the hype that jumped up, there are more and more people setting it to the side and saying, no, thank you, I am done. After the supposed last patch that he said was fixed or whatever, and it fixed some of their quest issue problems, but apparently it broke a lot of other people's mods and a lot of other stuff, including some CC mods. And Yeah, so there's a lot of streamers that are not happy right now because some of their playthroughs and some of their saves and stuff got broken. And as a streamer, that's like vital, essential. That's your everything. And for it to get messed up, well, Di knows how that feels.
And so do I.
Yeah,
So do I.
So
it's really miserable when you're trying to do something and they make a change that just basically blows everything apart on you. And needless to say, Russ and I have had more than our fair share of conversations about those things. So,
yep. And from the understanding is pretty much when you play Sim Settlements 2, you cannot use any other game-altering mods with it because they will mess up, and that includes texture replacing mods
Yep.
in certain areas.
Yeah, so that would be another reason why I don't want sim settlements. I mean, I didn't want sim settlements because I like the building aspect, but now I don't want it because it breaks things.
yes,
Exactly.
it does.
Even though
Jesus,
I'm
I don't know if
gotta
it's
say,
snapping or
from the
something.
Sim
Something's just
Settlement
driving
one,
me up
the normal one.
fucking wall.
I wouldn't have minded using sim settlements to build some of the places I don't like building.
I
But-
know what you
Yeah,
mean.
if they left it in the first form where they gave you the ability, but in the second version, pretty much what they did is you use our mod and no one else's, or you don't get to use it. And that's why they had to make that all-in-one mod of theirs that has all those things you can make. That's why they did it, and they didn't really say nothing to nobody.
Well, that's messed up.
Yeah, it's just the way they do shit. And I tried sim settlements and I made a couple of comments and people apparently didn't believe me or something. And I said, this is not going to work because when you build something, it doesn't fit within its profile. And so anything you build around it is basically fucked. So you actually have to wait for the sim settlements to completely finish building shit, and then you may be able to add
then-
something.
Yeah, then see where things are around it.
Yeah, so any of the mod like that some of the people do where they redo a settlement and do it up for people and pre-build it for them and do all this stuff that they do or clean it up for them. Any of those mods are not. You can't even use them with some settlements, or they just break automatically.
Yeah. But I did like some of their plots where they have they made
Oh, so
for Sim
the stuff-
Settlements 1.
this
Yes.
stuff looks awesome.
It was great. The first stuff was awesome. They should have left it alone and left it be like that. That way people could pick and choose what they wanted to use and not wanted to use. So if they didn't want to do the building, have it the stuff pre-built for them, they could still do the stuff themselves, but use some of the cool stuff that these mod authors create.
Oh, that's a nice crate though.
Yeah, it looks very military-ish. So I thought
Yeah.
I'd, so and I got the truck back here, so maybe I'll throw a couple of these in the back of the truck, I was thinking.
Do you have that Enclave bunker mod onto this?
Yes, I do.
playthrough or no?
I do.
Go into it. Go into it. They got some awesome stuff in there
Yep.
for the military crates and stuff.
Yes,
man.
they do.
I love that.
Absolutely kick-ass. So I'm just kind of filtering through the menus and looking for some
Thank you, King.
specific items, and I'm not finding them, but that's okay.
You will.
Yeah, well, your clinic end of the building is starting to look an awful lot like a lot of medic shacks that I've been to in the army.
Oh, and hey, Rob.
Yeah.
So I got to talk today to one of Di's fans, if you will, from back in the day.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
Yeah. I think this was a person. This was a person you did dealings with or something, because like you could tell by the way they were talking about you that it was like if I didn't know you, like I know you, I'd be like, oh my god, really? Like, but yeah, it's like as I'm listening to this person, I'm like, yeah, okay, and what's wrong with that? And what's wrong with that? And then after I asked them a couple questions, they were just like, well, blah 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 blah, and that's why they do, that they're not a very good streamer and they don't know how to do their blah 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 and they shouldn't be on and all this other stuff. And after I said a few more things to them, they just like stopped talking to me. I was like, okay, so perhaps you should not crap talk someone to somebody else who already knows that person. And yeah, Die has great reviews. Did you have something? I wanted to say to him, did you have something fucked up with your mod that you didn't want to admit to? That your shit is all
Someone
jacked up.
someone was commenting on my mod reviews, or I didn't. I guess I missed it.
They had somebody approached me
Yeah.
and a false avatar trying to say that that you were a shitty reviewer and that you gave bad reviews and you didn't know what you were talking about. You didn't know anything about the game. You were just doing it for likes and streams and everything else.
Wow.
And that I should not be associated with you because you don't know what you're talking about. And yeah, basically is what I was getting from him. And when I asked them questions about, like, well, where do you get these facts from? And what's backing up this basis that you're saying these accusations? And they just trash talk. They weren't actually giving me information. So I'm like, okay, so this is clearly someone who was butthurt because someone didn't like their artwork, and they can't take criticism as like
Oh, so I had reviewed their mod apparently, and they didn't like my
Review?
I something.
I told you there was a reason why I had stopped doing mod reviews.
Well,
But some people are never happy.
so
You know?
my thought is like, if you're that touchy about your stuff, hey, guess what? Don't release it, because guess what? You're gonna get that. Me? Am I? Heck no. Is there stuff wrong with my stuff? I don't get all pissy. I'm like, I get upset because it's like it's broken. Like, oh my god, my thing's broken. This isn't cool. And I don't understand why some of these people get so upset and irate and just have to be nasty about things. Like, listen, we want things not to be broken.
I try to be as honest as I possibly can, and I try to be polite. But if you want me to sugarcoat it, guess what? It ain't gonna happen. So,
Sugarcoating only achieves one thing: broken mods.
yep.
Because I could have somebody all day long saying, "Oh, that's awesome! You're awesome! That's great! You're super! You're the most amazing thing in the world." That's not what I want to hear. I want to hear, "Okay, I went through this thing and I didn't find anything fucked up." That's what I want to hear.
Well, I might say things nicely, but I don't sugarcoat either. So,
Man, what is it with this fucking clipping and crap? I can't.
I don't know.
It's
That
nothing wants.
it's jumpy.
It's yeah. I mean, it's bloody ridiculous.
Snow King, some people are never happy, and I understand that part. They just have to accept that. Like, I accept it.
Yeah.
I accept it every time I put something out. Di is going to come back with something because she is very thorough, and that's what I want. I want someone who's going to be thorough. I don't want someone who's going to just skim over it.
Yeah, and somebody
If
got.
I feel confident enough to review your mod and tell people that I've used your mod and found X number of things that I brought up to you, if your response to me bringing them up to you is, I don't know what I'm talking about, then you're not going to fix the problems. And somebody else is going to get the same problems.
Right. So I'm
That's
still
why
trying
I
to figure
tried-
out if it's a mod author or was it somebody who just didn't like the review that I did about a mod or what.
Well, I've never seen the name before. It's just one of those stupid names. So that's why I say it's a fake avatar. Just somebody going around talking crap so it doesn't really come back on them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, nothing stops you from logging into Nexus. It's an alternate email address.
No, that's true.
Let's see. I actually need to go. Oh well. Let's see.
And And Rob, that's why I like explaining so many things when we go through the mods. That's why when Dice points it out, I'm explaining so that other people who are not as familiar with how the game is made up when they're playing it, they can understand it better. So they can say, "Oh, well, that's why that does that." Okay, I understand now. Instead of just going, I'm an all smart mod author and I'm just going to keep you ignorant. No, I want to educate people. I want them to understand these things so that they have a better playthrough and a better game experience.
Yeah.
Like I said, I stopped doing mod reviews for a reason. So
Not no more.
Just a note on the doors.
yes,
Uh,
they should open out.
they should.
I know. I was waiting for somebody to say that.
Because of fire hazards, right?
Well, that's why OSHA requires it here in the United States, but also the general rule in every place I've been, even pre-OSHA buildings,
Yeah,
you walk out pushing the door.
Yes.
You pull to.
That's why you hear people scream about when they block doors at stores and stuff, and or they put their doors on backwards because it's when you go in, when you're going into a place, you pull the door out. Okay, so. And the reason being is that if you pushed in, if somebody was standing there, you'd smack them with the fucking door. Too.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of reasons why the doors are done the way they are. And then you go to stores and they got their doors on backwards and shit, or the outdoors, the indoor, and all kinds of crap, and you're like, I'm going to kill you.
Or if you're walking out with a heavy box in your hands, you use your hip to push the door open.
Right.
You can't pull a door open with your hip.
Nope.
At least I've never met somebody who could. Yeah, maybe there's
maybe
some
not
people that
legally.
talent.
Maybe not legally. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think we'll put it that way. Gotta have some emergency room equipment here. Another one over here. There's one somewhere. I got it somewhere. It's all decorated out and everything. It's really cool. I just don't know where it is right now, so.
Creative clutter.
There's a creative clutter. Okay, and then I need these guys to go here. Of course, see, look at this. It's not anywhere near the desk.
What's up,
Hello,
Jack?
Shaq.
Hey,
Shaq,
Shaq.
how you doing?
That desk has to have a huge hitbox if it's jumping out that far.
Yeah, the entire width of the desk. Maybe let's try this
Well, the
one.
hitboxes on some of the objects are ridiculous.
No, the hitbox is at the back of the computer. And without place
No.
anywhere, you cannot use this stuff.
I know, that's why I said the hitbox on some of the objects are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not the hitbox on the computer that's causing the problem. It's the desk hitbox that was making it jump up.
True, but it still is like, why?
Yeah, did you really have to do this? This is a higher level officer here, so he gets a fancy chair. So,
He gets the good chair.
yeah. Of course, this guy over here is going to come over and steal it from him. Of course, it doesn't sit quite right. That figures. Okay. I guess I can do it that way. Well, it's too far. Let's try that. There we go. So I got a couple of clerks. Got our commander. Does the commander use computers? No, usually he has somebody do it for him, right?
Yeah, Commander doesn't type shit.
Yeah. I was
Can you
thinking about
tell that
just throwing
I
a...
spent time as a- Can you tell I spent time as an Army clerk?
Yeah. I've never been in the military, but I've talked to enough of them to know. So, yeah. Oops, wrong one. There we go.
Well, it would surprise me very much if the commander were actually to type anything.
I wouldn't be surprised, Shek. A lot of mod authors will recommend in their description other mods that you're going to want. And I like it when they do.
I do too.
I do, Shaq. I I put on my mods that you need place anywhere, settlement menu manager, and the script extender.
Well, you gotta have the script extender.
Well,
Anyways.
that's a given. That's a sign for the people who need that sign.
I gotta go find my
Okay.
filled
Yeah.
counters and see if there's one filled with medical shit. That would be cool. I think maybe I wanted a curved counter for the doctor, like that, you know. So
I know.
that when
That's
you
why
walk,
you can use a mat and
so something
still
like
get
that.
a nice curvy thingy.
Yeah, so that the doctor can get you in here, and then we'll put a one of those fancy gurney beds in there. Yes.
Because I remember looking through all the mods and them not describing or giving you enough information on it. It just always
Have a good
upset me.
weekend, Jules.
Later, Jules.
See you, Jules.
Good night, Jules.
There we go.
Sleep well.
Where was that gurney at? Damn.
Yeah, it is very upsetting when
So
mod
I
offers
tried.
don't do that.
I try to label it as much as I can, and I go beyond that too, because there are some people like myself who will download a mod that I like from someone else, and I'll download it into the CK, tweak it if I need to, or look at it, and that way I can see how they set it up. Well, in there, I also label a lot of my stuff, my scripts or items, what it's used for. That way, when someone else is looking at it, they're like, okay, this is okay, instead of like, because Bethesda didn't do that a lot. They didn't fill out a lot of their stuff, so it leaves you to have to find the bread trail that wasn't left.
Right.
Yeah. Bethesda took a lot of shortcuts.
No doubt. No doubt.
Unfortunately, I'm not even surprised.
Here it is. The surgery suite.
So in a way, I've been taught by some other more experienced mod authors to be more courteous to other people by completing your forms and not just, oh, this is just the bare minimum I need to make it work, filling it all out, and then that way,
That is
you know,
too
that-
big. Well, for what
It's
I-
quite big.
Wow. Well, I can take that.
Well, what if the counter was...
That's curved.
what about towards the window?
Yeah, put it like here.
Like flip your gurney thing around so the gurney's facing outwards and put the table towards the window.
Because it's not how you would set it up.
I could
Oh.
see the curved counter. You know, you walk in the door and you're facing the curve, so that makes sense. Sort of.
I've only been in a hospital once, and that was my mama giving birth to me, and I haven't been back since. So, yeah, I try to stay out of there.
Unfortunately, when
It's
you
a-
get to be my age, you wind up going to them whether you want to or not. So,
As a rule of thumb, avoiding hospitals is a good
good idea.
pastime.
Yes, unfortunately for
As
me.
much as possible, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately for
said
me.
that-
Yeah.
They said that when I ripped my finger off, and I said, bullshit. My mom's a great quilter. Take me to my mom. She's got it. And my
Yep.
mom sewed my finger back on.
There you go. See,
You live in the sticks.
he lives in Michigan.
I'm not driving 45 miles to the hospital to get my stuff fixed. By then, I could die, bleed out, and not to mention waiting a couple hours in the waiting room, filling out paperwork with my bleeding hand.
Trust me,
Well, no,
I've done it.
you-
So yes, you're absolutely correct. And so as my brother, my older brother, he almost freaking bled out in the lobby because we were in the hospital and they were busy, this and that. And he had stuck himself with a 9-inch knife right through his leg, and he hit this femoral artery. So he almost bled out in the hospital. He nicked it. It wasn't, but after sitting there for 2 hours, he was getting pretty pasty and fell on his face. As soon as somebody came out the door, I grabbed them, and they got all bent out of shape. And it was on a Sunday afternoon. What the hell's open on a Sunday afternoon? You can't even get a six-pack, So anyway, so that is the gurney I was looking for. I thought I couldn't do better myself, So I figured, shit, we'll use that. So anyway, so then we have a couple.
Very carefully, Shaq. Very carefully.
Oh, not carefully enough.
He was doing something really stupid. He was whittling on a piece of thermoplastic with actually a bayonet, and which is not the sharpest thing in the world. It's not designed to be sharp. It's designed to poke holes in people.
Yeah,
And
when I want to cut small plastic items, the first thing I look for is just 16-inch blade.
yeah, and so he ran it right through his leg, and he just kind of sat there, and I go on, great, we're taking your car. You're not bleeding out in mine. And he started to pull it out. I said, no, don't pull it out. Leave it in there. He's going, why? And I said, because you pull that thing, you're going to bleed to death. And I said, I'll never get to the hospital in time. And so he left it in there. I took him to the hospital, and lo and behold, I finally got him stitched up. But it was, I don't know, 4 hours later, he came out of the hospital. So, and yeah, he almost died before they could stitch him up. So that's what you get. And
So don't play with knives, okay?
well, if you're my brother, really should never have had any sharp objects ever. I have two brothers like that. They should not. They try to like work on their cars and crap, and all they do is like my brother was cutting a piece of wood and chopped 3 of his fingers off. With a radial arm saw.
Jasper!
Yeah, and
Hey, Casper.
hey, how you doing?
Oh, hi.
Okay, so we got a commander here. He's got his briefcase. He just got into the office.
Toss his duffel bag down.
Yep. He's got his bag down. He's ready to rock and roll. What else? We need an in and out box. That's what we need, is some papers.
Maybe
Paperwork.
a clipboard and a pencil on the desk.
Okay. Oh, is this the, I'm looking for, I know it's in, a
And a
crack.
trash can.
No, he doesn't, no. They come and get the trash. They'll just tell him to throw that out. So, let's go to creative clutter.
If it's anything like the captain in the engineer unit I worked for, just toss the balled up paper over the file cabinet.
Yep. Where the hell's creative clutter?
Oh, you just run over it.
Did I?
Back. Yeah.
Further back?
Yes.
It's
Bit more.
getting sad when you can take a drink while you're scrolling through your workshop menu to get to the icon you need, right?
The menu's starting to get a little long at that point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Creative clutter.
It's getting really long if you can scroll through your menu and you can fix yourself a drink.
Yep. Well, see, I've been going through some of the older mods that don't have the injected scripts and everything that I like to use, and I'm kind of like making them my own and putting an injected script to it so I don't have to worry about it messing up my stuff.
Yikes. Well, I guess that's one way to get rid of his garbage. Mm-hmm.
Plus, I can consolidate some of the mods together that only have a few items.
Again, I wish I was able to do that. That would be useful.
Oh, that's a
That works until somebody catches you, Shek. On most military bases, you get caught tossing garbage where it doesn't belong. You become the person responsible for cleaning up post.
Yep.
Die.
Somebody else gets caught.
I think it's almost break time.
It is. It's getting there. I have to make a determination as to whether I'm going to quit.
Well, I'm gonna quit.
Oh yeah? I don't blame you. Ooh, body parts. Yeah, we need that in here. We need body parts in case the doctor doesn't know what they're looking at. Of course, now I've got all this shit stuck in here. It won't go. There it goes. Whoops.
Just to make sure he's not looking at the
Yeah,
death door.
Oh yeah, we gotta have a skull. Where's that one?
Hey,
That one
Gary.
Gary!
How
Hey!
you doing?
Good to see you.
Great show the other night, Loco. Really enjoyed it.
How you doing, Gary?
We're doing good. And you did a great job on Otto's thingy.
Yes.
I totally forgot what it's called.
Oh,
But
I loved you on a late stream.
Yep. It was pretty darn good, mister. And yes, those are actually there for a reason, because that is required by law. So,
The fire extinguishers.
yep, at the door. Trust me, I did enough fire inspections. The first thing you look, no joke, you walk in the building, you see if their alarm is operational and if the fire extinguishers are there as soon as you walk in the building. And then you ask, where's your fire extinguishers? Well, they're over here. They gotta be at the door, front door. Wherever your main entrance is, that's where they gotta be. Well, yeah, but we can't hang them there. Doesn't matter. You better figure out how to do it, because guess what?
In a military building, you don't just need them at the door. You need them every 15 feet.
Yeah.
In a residential building, and every 20 feet office building.
Yeah, it's most counties and stuff. It depends. It varies, but it was 20 feet. It was most of them, not all of them, but he wants to make sure he gets out of the office quick enough to what the hell is that? Oh, book. Okay, and his glasses. I don't think he's going to admit to be wearing. That's it. Ah, come on. All right, tables and shelves.
well, there's more in the other room sections too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's me. Hello.
Yes,
And
it
Russ
is.
too.
It's her.
And Rob.
Yeah, and I'm here.
I am not the shadow, Gary.
Are you sure? Good night, King. Well, I'm off to bed soon too.
Yep. And I think I'm gonna call it here pretty quick. I am getting tired and I do need to eat. Oops, I missed. I just was hoping to finish this, and it's not gonna happen by the looks of it. So.
Night King, congrats again, bud.
Yeah, congrats.
Yes. You make sure you pinch that baby. Not too hard. Not too hard. I'm not mean.
Of course, the Colonel here has a wet bar, so we just stick that in the corner there.
Put it in front of the desk.
In front of the desk. Facing him?
On the other wall.
Over here.
So if he was yeah, right there. Because when he decides he's gonna have himself a drink, he's gonna stand up from his desk and walk around.
Well, he's kind of having a baby. He's becoming a grandpa.
Yes, he's not having a baby.
kinda.
He's becoming a grandpa. Let's get it right.
So kinda. Okay, I'm tired.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm putting myself to bed.
Yeah, King himself is having a baby right now as we speak.
Yep, without a doubt.
And he opted to not have a C-section. So this is going to be interesting.
Yep.
Rob, please don't say things like that while I'm trying to have a sip of my monster.
How's that monster feel up in your sinuses, Helena?
Not very good, and not as cleansing as one would think.
Oh yeah, both these guys are heavy smokers over here, so.
Well, it's great to be on here, and you guys have a wonderful night, wonderful weekend, and I will bug you all.
Another day?
Yes.
Look
That's
forward
it.
to it.
All right. Good night, Helena.
Take care.
Night.
Sleep well.
You guys too. I
And
will
good
catch you
night.
later.
And good night, Barbarian.
Yes, Barbarian, take care. Have a good one.
Yeah, I want some free annoying dogs, please. Okay, night.
I already have annoying dogs.
Yes, I was going to
They're
say,
not-
don't you have a bunch of annoying dogs?
And there's no such thing as a free dog.
And Gary, you're going to hear a lot more of Lady Ha. Lady Ha, Anawim, and Rob are all part of the mod team, helping me to create the lineup of mods that has yet to be totally named, but it's essentially the Wasteland mods that we've been working on and coming out. So
Shh,
you'll
we're
be
not
seeing a lot
supposed to
more.
tell anybody. At least I didn't think we were supposed to tell anybody yet. Wait,
I didn't say nothing.
oh, okay. I didn't think I heard you. So,
I just said the Wasteland mods that we have already been working on, all of us,
yes.
and that Helena is part of the group,
Yes.
and we're all creating these wonderful mods so that everybody can enjoy.
Which is why I'm doing reviews and things of all the mods, because we want it to come out. And of course, the general.
And we're not doing reviews so it can just make hype on my mod. The whole point of the review is to go through to make sure the mod is working efficiently and correctly, and also to show the players what the mod is all about and everything that's in it, so they don't have to look around themselves.
Which, of course, the part of the review process, and at least when I try and review a mod I preview the mod. I haven't done a mod review online yet.
We'll get you there. We'll get you there.
I do my best to break the mod to see what it takes to break it.
And that's a good thing, Rob, because too many people these days doing reviews on, like, say, these cool new guns that are out, whatever. All they do is create it for you and slap it down in front of you. They don't actually show you or tell you anything about it.
Right.
They just, hey, cool, look at this. Well, I can see that on the mod page. What we're trying to do is make sure that we can put it to the limits so that when you, the player, downloads it into your unique playthrough that you can't take back, and it's, a nice one, that we don't break it, and that you can still enjoy your game afterwards.
At least that's the intent, folks. It's for instance, the what was the Port Salem,
mod?
the Port Salem mod. Okay, and part of the problem is that he has to release the mod in order for us to test it. So that becomes a problem, obviously, especially if there's like major problems. And people have downloaded the mod already, and we actually did find some problems. And Russ was quick to fix them, I'll tell you that. But
well, I test it numerous times on my own, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to go bad for somebody else,
right.
like it had. And what had happened was this: sometimes things go bad when when you're trying to upload mods, and you're using this creation kit, and it changed things and made them not work in the game, and I had to go back in and quickly fix it. It was not really it didn't break anything in anybody's games, but it's one of those freak things that can happen, and that's what we're trying to eliminate.
So like this mod here, and that's why we decided to do the challenge, was to really test the mod. Uh-oh, that just disappeared. Oh, there it goes. It's down there on the floor. Well, I guess that's where they're staying. Is that this is a huge mod. And, because you don't know where I'm building at, but this is the Forest Grove Dam area. And, it's huge. And so I am building on both sides of the river. And that's what this is. It used to be pre-war was a visitor center, and it's been converted into a military post. And to expound on what Russ was saying is that this is all part of an entire mod that's being put together. And my thing is the Minuteman Navy. Rob is, retired military, Army, and I have obviously wealth of life experience and that I can bring to the table. So so we started talking, Russ and I, and came to the conclusion that had very similar thoughts, but how to put it all together was another issue. Now, Russ had some great ideas, and I won't deny that. Still does. But there's an application aspect to it. Having great mods is one thing, but making it so that it all comes together, it actually makes some sense, is what I'm trying to add to it. Helena is acting, is a coordinator and tester and all this other stuff. Her style is different than my style, and Rob's style is different than both of ours. So we're doing our best to test these mods out to the fullest. And you can't account for everybody's machine. I do not own an Xbox. Russ, do you own an Xbox?
I do not.
Rob, do you own an Xbox?
Last Xbox I had was a 360.
Yeah, okay. Helena has an Xbox One. So, for instance, in building here, there were some buildings we could rehab, and other buildings have actually just swapped out completely. We want to know what you could possibly, and if you go nuts, you can wreck any mod, right? It is a damn big mod. And and I'm getting pretty good with Place Anywhere and flipping stuff around and rearranging crap. And
Not only is it a damn big mod, but it's a legitimate settlement mod that,
yes,
like vanilla. So straight up, yep. Preston can send you there to help somebody, and everything else you can send. Set up your.
Oh yeah, you come into town here, you kill the ghouls, and then you can access the workshop.
Right.
It even has a player home, an interior player home.
Yes, it does. That's what I can run by there and show them. So I have been building, and then I did some more building, and I haven't even put a dent in this place. But I decided in my playthrough that they managed to get one of the spillways working, and they were producing hydroelectric power. So, and things.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome right there with that waterfall. How you got that set up to the dam.
I'll tell you what. I don't know how many hours I sat here fiddling. You guys, some of you were here, and I spent hours upon hours trying to get it to work. Taking it apart, doing it again, taking it apart and doing it again. And every piece had to be rotated and manipulated so that it kind of, there's a couple of little kludgy spots in it. And it's not terrible.
Loco, you haven't seen nothing yet. Just wait till the grand surprise comes out.
Yeah, Gary, one of the keys for me to enjoy the game is the story develops as I'm playing.
Exactly.
And when I start building, I'm thinking about the story that I'm developing in my mind, and sometimes it even fits into Fallout lore.
Yeah, how about that?
But I am excited to be part of this because I get to see it develop as it comes together, which is not something that I don't have the programming skills to make it happen, but I do have the ideas that I'd love to see.
And that's one of the things, like I said, that Rob has got some great insight. And to give you an idea, folks, here we're just going to take a quick. I was going to just quit, but we're not quitting, I guess. So.
If I could, real quick, Gary, all of my workshop mods are now they are script injected so that you can safely remove them from your game without breaking, and they add their own menus, so there's no more of that flipping through a million things.
Right.
So that's what we're trying to achieve. We're trying to achieve getting a base set of buildable mods that people can use that is reliable, and that you don't have to have 50 million mods. You just have a handful, and that you can build what you need and what you want.
Right. So, and that's what we've been working on, and there is a long-term goal for this. And it all started right here at the ARD Alpha site station, and along with the Minuteman Navy, and that's going to get expanded, and that's. But what we're doing is we're pulling together all the military, and you can be any faction you want. It's not faction driven. It's your faction. We're just providing the tools. So let's go down to the and I don't have settlers yet, but we're working on it. We're working on it. You know, I haven't done it. I don't want to be bothered with settlers right now. I'm just testing the mods to make sure you can build and that you're not going to blow up or drop out the desktop, which happened to me yesterday. Not sure why, but I'm going to be reviewing the Port Salem mod probably tomorrow in Mod Madness, so those who want to show up. So, needless to say, I've been building here for a little bit. Well, look at that. There's just a wall stuck there. Don't know why. Don't even know where it came from. So,
That's weird.
yeah, I got a lot of weird stuff. I got a bridge down here. Or something. I got a whole concrete arena thingy going here.
That looks like the airport.
It does. Wow, my whole Madi thing is just gone sideways.
Wow.
I do. I got the airport here.
Where the heck did that come
I have
from?
no idea. You didn't look at that. I got all these walls down here I never built. Wow, this mod is just like totally blowed up. Man, what a pisser.
Well, have you removed any mods from that playthrough?
Yeah.
That could be the cause of it.
Okay. Well, that shouldn't be a train car there. And so this one's kind of boogered.
We might have to rebuild a little bit.
Yeah, we might. Yeah, maybe. I got a sign here. It's like it just clipped in a whole section of the world into here that doesn't even belong here. Very weird.
Gary, that location doesn't normally look like that. There's something wrong here.
Yep. So we're gonna run up the thing here. And this part, the truck doesn't belong there either. It's like adding weird shit.
Sometimes when you remove mods from a playthrough, it will permanently affect the whole game and mess up things sometimes randomly. It isn't always the same. So this is what you could be seeing here as, I don't know about the airport. I can't even explain that fuckery. Because you got a cabin there too. Where the hell did the cabin come from?
I have no idea. That's what I'm saying. It's like, okay. It's like it just decided to build things.
Holy cow.
It just built things at random. You know, like this train car doesn't belong here. Oop, I can't delete that. It is kind of off of on a siding there someplace in a water tower and.
Oh, you didn't put the water tower there? No, you didn't. It's on a track. It did.
No.
I know you better than that. You'd never put that there.
It just said I just discovered Norwood Depot.
Take care, Clinton.
What the heck is Norwood Depot?
Uh-oh. I know what it is. I know what fucked this up. It's another settlement mod.
Die.
I know what's causing this problem. Am I So he has a settlement down here apparently that I didn't know about. So I'm gonna have
and
to.
he put an airport there.
Apparently, I didn't even know this was here. That's what I'm saying. It's like, uh-oh. So I will fix that later. Let's go. Let's head up the train tracks and see what else is fucked up.
Just as a healthy warning for those of us who haven't installed Russ's mods yet.
Yeah.
Which mod does this?
It adds. It's a mod that adds like 10 new settlements to the Commonwealth.
See, and this is why we should be careful when we add mods,
Yep.
because sometimes the mod authors never tell you what's in it or where they're at or what locations or anything else like that. So it's best to keep an eye on things like that. And
I will go turn it off and.
For the most part, Gary, things are better. Like the mod you were talking about.
Yep.
That mod affects the entire game worldwide, and they broke pre-combines. They were bad. They were very, very bad.
Yeah.
And they were lazy and they didn't rebuild them. And so as long as you stay away from nasty mods like that, you don't have no problems. Um, there's a handful of mod authors that redid all the way the world looks, makes it look a lot better. You don't have any problems. It doesn't bust your game, and they're a lot better now than they used to be.
Yep. Well, part of that is too is because of the injected mod system with SMM and some other stuff. So this is the next stop on Russ's
On the armored rail line,
the armored rail line. Yeah. Okay. This actually is the only train line going north and south. So and this goes all the way through. So up we go. That's number 2. There's going to be something screwed up here too because, yep. Yeah, that might have screwing things up. Okay, I'm going to have to, I think. So the next one, we don't care about the muties.
see, this is why I also, when I'm creating my settlement mods or our settlement mods or doing anything that affects the exterior realms, I'm checking other people's mods. I'm Googling it. I'm looking up. Did anybody else put something there? Did somebody affect
Right.
this?
Like
Somebody
this
do something.
Like this mod here is a guy did a mod that replaced the locomotives in game with this. And it's really cool, but it was never craftable. Well, Russ got a hold of the guy and got permission to make it a craftable item. And so you can have this train, anywhere you have, you can make a museum and put it in your museum if you want. So this is the next settlement right here. Area. It's small. Most of these are fairly small. It's just, and there's reasons because I don't want to say too much, but the point of the Wasteland factions is.
No, you can say. You can say.
Well, we haven't finalized the name or anything, but anyway, the Wasteland factions are going to take over control of all the major transportation and defense of the Commonwealth. So that's their goal. So you have another little area here that you can build. Needless to say, if you're into military or army or whatever, or navy, this would be an army base. Perhaps controlling, I don't know, maybe this roadway here? Or it's a fueling depot. Got a big fuel tank. Maybe it's, who knows? So the next place that's going to, and this is going to be huge, and I know Russ is working on it, so I don't want to say too much, but there's going to be an entire new city here, basically, in this spot. And because it's a major junction, and what happens is when you come down here, this is how we came to these conclusions. I've run up and down here a million times. There's a sideline here that goes into the city, and you can't mess with that down there because it's literally in the city. But out here, so we're going to take this little section over here, and we're going to put our own rail distribution center in. How's that sound? Does that sound good? With workshops and maybe foundries or forges and all kinds of good stuff. So, and then we continue on down. So that was called Norwood. I have to remember to turn off Norwood. So I didn't know where it was. So it doesn't tell you. It doesn't tell you anything. It just says, it's a settlement named Norwood. Okay. So.
And that's the problem with the non-labeling, when the modders just throw it together and throw it out there, and it's like, cool, but where and what, how? Because I need to know these things before I download it, so I don't break my other stuff that I have going on.
Right.
That's why when
that's probably happening because of poor notation from Bethesda. They're not aware what it's normally called.
Right.
You go and look for the information. You try and find out the name of every place you build at.
Yeah,
a lot of these guys just say, "Oh, I want to build here."
Yeah.
Oh, nothing's here, so it must not have a name.
Yep. So anyway, so we're back at the dam, okay, and we're going to continue north. This area here, there's a reason why that settlement ends where it does, because this is going to become another settlement because you need control of this intersection as a distribution point. So,
Yeah, Ranger. Yeah, we brought those engines from the New Vegas area to here.
yep. We're trying to incorporate. You don't understand when we say united factions. We're not kidding. It's all Fallout.
Okay.
All.
What we're trying to, what we're looking to do is we're trying to include everyone into the mod. Correct, Anna?
Yes, all factions.
That's what we're doing. So we like the older games also. So what we're doing is there have been throughout the Fallout games members of factions that were fed up with the leadership of their factions. And everybody knows how Fallout 4 played out with how its factions are.
Right.
So you can very well see that a bunch of people probably got fed up with however it ended up and wasn't working right, that they all came together like the United States did back in the day and came all together to create one entity to make a better place.
Right, which is currently being called the United Wasteland Factions. So we're trying to acquire some Enclave assets, but there are mods for Enclave. Excuse me. So there's a whole bunch of little thingies going on. And Russ has also written some extension mods. One in particular that is for between Spectacle Island, Warwick, and the castle. That whole triangle there is almost one giant. It's still three separate, but it's one giant area. And I plan to put in there my submarine pens. So there you go. So my Minuteman Navy will have a shipyard. And it's part of the Port Salem is also the most northern area that we can put a shipyard in to go to Far Harbor, for instance. So there you go. So giving you some ideas, folks. And he extended this so that we can get down to the river here. Okay, because the way this worked out, and somebody else has an extension mod here, so you gotta be kind of careful. But yeah, I pulled this boat out of the drink and set it up, and I'm gonna put in some docks, and it's gonna be because you're downriver, you can't get. In my playthrough, I have the locks are actually operational, so they're not boat traffic on the river.
I like that you can actually see the waterfall from this far out.
Yep, and from here, it doesn't look bad. You know, so it's not great, but it's not bad. So, and there's going to be
Ranger. I've never got the Fallout 3 to work for Steam ever, and I've tried it multiple times.
Yeah,
but,
same here.
When I got it for GOG, first time, boom, right,
yep,
done.
Works just fine.
Worked the first time.
Yep.
So.
Same with
Save
New
the money
Vegas.
and
New
put it
Vegas
on.
doesn't work on Steam either. I don't care what they say. You know, so I repaired the tracks
Just
here.
get it from GOG.
Where did I repair the tracks?
And
Here it is. Here's the repair.
And when you get it from GOG, they're already packaged up for you and ready to go. You don't have to do anything to
Yep,
them.
it just runs, and it was so nice. So because I missed not playing New Vegas in Fallout 3. So unless I want to play it on my PlayStation and so forth. Oh, doggies.
And that's no fun.
Yeah. So again, the whole concept of this mod long term is you're going to control the rivers. I have a spot picked out downriver here for a little base because you want to control the river traffic. This you need to control. So one of the problems that we have, because we've had people ask, well, how are you going to repair the rail lines? Well, you can't because they're boogered. So you have to have transfer points. So like here, the railroad tracks, there's just no way to really connect those because, I mean, you got one track over here, and if you look down the tracks, it's not even close. So, however, Russ is going to add some bits and pieces for me, and I might be able to finagle it with a workbench. And same here. But so you have a lot of these places, so you're going to have to create transfer points to move your goods and services around. But what's wrong with that? You know, just more opportunity to build. And so anyway, so that's kind of the idea, the long-term plan here, and I'm very excited to be part of it. And which gets me my Minuteman Navy and a whole bunch of other cool stuff. So I'm really happy. And we've actually ran all the way up the top here. We haven't done anything up here, I've asked Russ to take it easy, will ya? Because, I got a lot of crap to review. So, and I'm going to do one tomorrow. I'm going to be reviewing the Port Salem mod tomorrow.
Up in this area, we're not too far from a couple of gunner
Nope.
locations, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, there's no gunners here. This, the GNN thing is
It
down.
wouldn't check. It would never
I'm-
make it up that hill. Ever. Not in a million years.
No. So, and then of course you're going to have transfer points, and one of the things that we had talked about, because it's a natural, is when you get down here by the drive-in, and
Yeah, I could have sworn that highway overpass had a gunner base on it.
so here's the drive-in, and you're on the other side of the road, and this is a bridge that you go under, and there's always a death claw or something going on down here.
Oh yeah, there's.
Yep, some down there now, as a matter of fact.
We are also going to be building at the railroad station. Also,
Yes.
We're going to be putting a facility there, and it'll be a nice settlement.
Is this? We're not at Bedford yet.
Yes,
are
this is Bedford, right here.
we? Okay.
But it will be modified, gentlemen.
Yep.
It will be modified. You won't have the tree there, the stuff that's going to be changed. There'll be more tracks probably added. It really, I got to talk with Di more on that because she is on a lot of those. So
Yes.
we'll get together on that. But I'd like to make this area a little bit look more like a train yard.
Rather than a wrecking yard.
Correct.
So that's the goal for that. And then we ran all the way up to the top of the hill. And the next, the end of the line, effectively, is going to have to be literally right behind Outpost Zamunji, or darn close to it, because. And so now you know where we're at. If you recognize, we're right below 10 Pines right now. 10 Pines is to my left, up on the ridge.
And keep in mind that the border extend mod also extends Zimonja,
Oh,
so
I
that
did
you
not-
can now build on top of. You can build on top of the freeway now.
Oh, I've never found any purpose for that. But anyway, so right there where those logs are is the end of where you can go. That's as far as you can go. And Russ and I had talked about building something up here, but I think we're so close to Bedford. I don't know if there's really a point. We're not that far.
I have a plan for that spot, but it's not going to be a settlement or anything.
Okay,
And it's
something you want to do. So okay.
yeah, well, it's something that you and I have already talked about.
Oh yes. Okay. Yes. All right. So we have there's a lot of plans, and Russ is learning more about Creation Kit. I am trying to get some 3D modeling software running. I used to do 3D modeling many years ago. I have to admit I'm very rusty. I am also learning the Creation Club, and I'm working on my very first mod, which is down by Warwick. There's a bar if you walk up the road from from Croup Manor. There's a bar with a little dock out the back, and I really like the spot, so I took a workbench anywhere and made a mod that started building it, and I decided I wanted to make it a mod. And so Russ is going to help me. And so those are the general plans, guys. And so there is a competition, by the way, for building at the dam. And what do they win, Russ?
Well, the winner will actually get to choose, within reason, a site that they would like to see made into a settlement.
And you will build them a custom mod for that location.
Correct. So that everybody that downloads it on Nexus will know it's their custom settlement.
Yep,
For
and
them.
they want it.
Correct. Lost Ranger, are you talking about the All Settlements Extended mod?
Yeah, that's one of the mods I'm using right now in testing this Russ's mods. The The other mod that I'm running, I forgot about the extended or about the extra settlement mod. I usually have it turned
Okay,
off.
he's used. Okay, you're using the run by Trotsky that puts the elevator ramps on both the Grey Garden and the
Oh,
other
yeah, I've used that one
settlement.
too.
Okay, that's a great mod. It does that mod works with mine and has no problems. Just to let you know because I use it.
But the extended settlements mods does. At least what you think it
Do,
does.
do you
No,
need all settlements extended to get on to build on the overpass near Grey Garden?
No,
uh,
no, you
Because I
don't
know
no.
you can get up there without
You do not need
an
any
elevator.
mod to build on the overpass at Grey Garden. You can literally walk up
Okay.
there and start building. So,
Yep.
so
The one mod that he's talked about, Trotsky, who's like a wizard mod author. He is the one that does set the bar for pre-combines and previs and for Fallout 4 mods because he's just amazing at that. But he's the one that did that mod, and the way he did it, he put it into the game to where it doesn't affect anybody else's mods. The way he placed it in, which is just
Die?
amazing.
yeah,
Oh. Okay. There was a delay in rendering there.
yes, there was. Scared the crap out of me.
You jumped over that guardrail,
Yep, and I'm
and
going
it
like,
was
where's
just
my
dirt.
building? Where's
I
my
was like,
truck?
shouldn't there be a whole lot of stuff here?
Yeah, I was shitting my pants. Dang nabbit. So yeah. Anyway, so it all rendered in. Okay, we're good. So anyway, so yeah, so you're gonna get a custom mod, and we want people to build here. We're really trying to test these mods thoroughly, which is why I'm doing what I'm doing. That's why we decided to have a challenge built here. It seems to be extremely stable. Um, So, and I thought it would just, because of the dam and everything, I just thought it would be so cool if you could build between the dam and the bridge. And Russ has gone beyond, way beyond. You can build on both sides of the river, beyond the bridge and beyond the dam. And it's just freaking awesome. So,
Is it two separate build areas, or is it one giant build area?
No, it's one giant build area.
yep,
So
Awesome.
basically, what happens a lot is mod authors try to fight the system, and by not fighting the system, you can achieve greater things. Because this location is already set up for you as an encounter zone that nobody really uses because it's not a great efficient one. So by using what they already have set up and using the location they have set up and using the proper tools, you can make this into a working settlement using their own stuff. And all you do is add the same location to the rest of the cells surrounding it so that the settlement recognizes those as also being part of your settlement. And then that's how you get things to run right because it's set up like it should be.
Right.
So one settlement, unlike Salem, they have split up into multiple different location spots for their quests. So that's why I had to make multiple settlements for that spot so that I could basically link all their quests, link all their stuff up, and make it like they made a vanilla settlement there so that when the player goes through, they can go on a new playthrough, use that, and go through and play it and have no problems. That's the goal we're trying to achieve.
right. And we know there was some bugs, so if you were running version 1 of Port Salem, there is an update, and it's supposed to update. It did not update on mine. So I would recommend, if you don't see the update thingy, is to remove the original version 1 and then download version 2, which is what I did. And it seemed to work without a problem. You have to, if you're using Vortex, you delete the archive, and we could go there right now and it should be working, but I'm getting tired and I want to do that tomorrow. So we will do I don't know how long the stream will be because I don't know, because it's going to be one continuous. And hopefully, Russ, you can be here because I'm going to screw it up. I know, because that's how I do things.
I'll be here.
So,
I'll be here.
So we're gonna do this again tomorrow.
yep, and we're going to be doing Port Salem. So,
All right.
And
I will participate as late as I can, but I will probably need to break off early so I can prep for tomorrow night's stream.
absolutely, absolutely, I understand. And I was thought about doing the Port Salem today instead of this, and I really am enjoying building here. It's a lot of challenges, working with mods that I've never used before. Because as you all know, I build primarily, I do vanilla. I don't do modded, and then when I got this PC up and running the way I wanted it to, I said, hell with it. So, anyway, I think I'm done for today, folks. Thank everybody for being here. Rob,
Thanks, Gary.
Russ, Helena, everybody in chat. It's been great. Please, 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 if you're a modded player and you're on PC or Xbox, download Forest Grove Dam and start building. Knock your socks off. You got it to the end of March. You don't even have to finish it. You can just, build and have fun. And so yeah, I want to thank everybody for being here, and we'll continue this shenanigans again next week. So yeah. So why don't you guys say goodnight?
Good night,
Good
all.
night,
Take care.
everybody. Thanks for coming, and I'll look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow.
Yes, and we will be doing Port Salem. So I won't be. Maybe we'll go in after the fact. I will do Bernie's or Barney's or whatever his name is quest thing. I'll kill the Mirelurks and all that crap, and go turn on his machine guns, and then see where we go from there. That's why I need you here, because it's, me. I have the ability to open any workbench, so it doesn't. There is no playthrough in this game, by the way, guys. This is just a mod testing thing, and so I'm not playing the game. I'm technically on level 1 still, but I'm not. I actually leveled up finally, but I started at level 200. So yeah, so but so that's what this is all about. So I actually do have an actual playthrough, but this is for testing and building and fiddle farting around, considering I've lost several other playthroughs. So there you have it. So we will see you tomorrow, I hope. In the meantime, happy building. Toodles!